Stephen A. go too far about his comments about Memphis?
I don't think so. He told the truth.
Yeah.
I mean, Memphis is cool for certain people, but like for others, like it ain't. I mean,
everywhere a little dangerous though.
No.
But it's not as close proximity.
No, it ain't as dangerous as Memphis.
Come on, yeah.
Other NBA cities?
Other NBA cities?
Only other NBA that's that dangerous is Chicago.
You got Chicago, Detroit.
And the practice facility is not in Chicago. It's
yeah.
You got Detroit?
Out.
No, not where they play at.
Detroit.
Yeah, nobody want to go to Detroit.
But I'm saying, ain't nobody. People go to Detroit before. People going to Detroit before they go to Memphis. So I've been saying this is the thing. I've been saying this exact same thing, right? That Stephen A. said. Like, it's a problem, right? And so people thought I've been hating on Ja, I've been hating on Ja Morant, I've been this, I've been that, right? No, I'm speaking honest to God truth, right? The city is ravaged by gun violence, right? And you got this polarizing figure in Ja Morant that's the whole gun thing, right? People dying daily in Memphis. So to Stephen A.'s point, right? I haven't spoken to NBA players, but I know the times that I spent in Memphis as an NBA player. For 15 years, I was in NBA. The things that I saw, the places I went, the things I encountered. I would not have wanted to play there as an NBA player. Not a chance. I didn't feel safe. Even though I ventured out in certain things, but certain environments, I did not feel safe. Right? Whether it's a regular club, whatever we were doing at certain times, it's just what it was. It's the environment. Not to say that the people of Memphis are bad people. All the people are not bad, but as the old saying go, a few bad apples can ruin the whole bunch, right?
Yeah.
It's just what this situation is, unfortunately.
I don't know. I'd rather go to, they should move it to Nashville then.
That's what
they've been talking about.
That's my point exactly. You can keep it in the state, but it's better optics for the NBA, I believe.
He know that, though.
Right? It's better optics for the NBA. Who knows that?
Ja
no, he don't. He doesn't.
Embracing Memphis. He got to speak up for Memphis, and that's why they love him out there.
That is true.
That's why they love
him out there.
Ja?
But Stephen A. wasn't tripping on that one. Stephen A. be tripping sometime, but not on that one, though.
Man.
Do you think Stephen A. went too far in his comments about Memphis?
If he's speaking for the players, you can't say he went too far, but you got to also take into account the city of Memphis and what the team means to the city, and to the people who are not welcoming the gun violence, we're trying to get rid of it. Like, that's the only little bright spot they got.
True.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
So those games and Ja is a beacon of hope for the kids that are in those spots and they're looking for a bright spot. So maybe that game, you know what I'm saying, that arena is the only way out for it. Like when I was playing, we did the Boys and Girls Club thing, and I brought the kids to the arena and let them come in and watch us warm up and talk to them. But, you know, you don't get those opportunities if we're not there, right? So I think they just got to figure out how to better accommodate the players outside of the city.
But
what do you mean by that?
They just don't have them in Memphis. Don't have the players living in Memphis.
They gotta live in like East Memphis.
Yeah, you live outside of Memphis.
Well, most of the guys do, if they know what's good and the team knows that, that's great. But you are dealing with a bunch of 19, 20, 21, 22, 23-year-old kids, right?
But they got to move at their own discretion at this point.
I understand that, but still, bullets ain't got their name on them when you out in certain environments, and we know that.
And that's a restriction. The restrictions and discretion on your own is knowing that, look, you go to the arena, and you find a little neighborhood inside this city that you ain't got to go too far. You got to do this.
Man.
And if you got to give up your nightlife for that,
that sounds good.
If you got to give up your nightlife in Memphis for that, because you know, sometimes it's like in Minnesota, if we wasn't really trying to party or nothing, we wait till we hit the road.
I say,
because the road it's gonna be fun on the road too.
What about your family life though? What if you trying to go to dinner or go hang out with the wife or something like that? You don't want to have to be like, I can't go nowhere because.
Yeah, I don't think it's like that. That's just how. That's how they make
those places. No, like
it ain't that crazy.
Not like
can't go
that.
nowhere.
But it's the. Like I said, it's the optics, right? If you look up the murder rate, you look up this, you look up that. In Memphis, how many people have left the city, right? Memphis is one of the smallest, big city, like
Smallest big
like
city.
600,000 people live in Memphis, man.
Well, here's
Right, they can't, like, it's literally, and declining rapidly. People are moving because of this reason. Whether they're moving to Nashville, wherever they're moving to, they're not staying in the city of Memphis.
But the optic that's being missed with the Stephen A. comment is you're highlighting the negativity.
Yeah.
Which is making Jimmy Butler and these other guys can, look at the situation other than what's the bright spots of the situation. That's what Ja talking about.
Dog.
Ja like, yo, there's other things more positive to talk about than how bad our city is.
I hear you.
Because
Right?
when they
So if you line them up, right? So I hear you. You don't have to talk negative about Memphis for people not to want to go.
If we want the NBA to thrive and be good.
People not going there.
But look, Stephen A. Smith don't got no, what we call that, equity in the NBA to promote it in such a way to have Memphis be a city that everyone wanted to go to. So
He's not saying that about Philadelphia.
He's not saying it about a lot of
Philly
People
is
died in
terrible.
Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Philly fucking.
The only
Philly
reason they
fucked
talked
up.
about it is because of the trade, though. It's not like he
That's
came
the
out of left
point.
field,
They're
though.
trying to make Memphis be a place where they offload Ja because it's not only dangerous, it's this.
Yeah, I'm about to
So
say-
Ja's like, yo, you doing other shit than what you supposed to be doing because you reporting shit that is unnecessary. It's unnecessary to report that Jimmy Butler and others don't want to come to Memphis because of the gun violence.
Why Jimmy out of all people? That's who he talked to? He just
Probably.
He just snitched. So he must snitch. Jimmy didn't want to go there. He was scared.
No, you just think
That's
that
the
ain't.
same thing with the heat culture shit.
No, but
you
it's-
talk negative about it, everybody now think heat culture is some bullshit.
No, it's when you line them up. It's just certain people not going certain places, man.
But it
People, listen, free agents.
What-
not-
they
there's
talking
a
about
lot
free
of
agents.
now.
They
What
talking
work
about
for
free
certain
agents.
people don't work for
Philly is
everybody.
the
It's a
same-
collective. That's
True.
the group
Philly and
shit.
Chicago is probably the same murder rate.
True.
But much
And
bigger, though.
Detroit.
Much bigger city, though.
Much bigger
You gotta admit, it's per
city.
capita.
Yeah.
Per capita,
Yeah.
Memphis is one of the worst.
Nick,
We're talking about,
yeah,
it's like
it's
saying
the
Baltimore
same.
and DC, like DC.
Yeah, you gotta
Or the
think of per
Grizzlies.
capita, bro. It matters. If it's
same.
100,000,
So it's more people killing it.
if it's 6 million
No,
people and
it's
100,000 people
there's
die,
more
and
ways to
600,000
die.
and 100,000 people die, the one with 600,000 is gonna get hit worse because there's less people, bro.
Yeah, it's just
per
the way it
capita.
go. Yeah, it's
Man,
unfortunate the way it is, but
Yeah, it ain't fair, but that's just what it is.
if you ask Jimmy Butler when he was a free agent before the Stephen A. Smith comment or my comment about Memphis, whatever you want to take it,
Do you want to Memphis?
you line them up. Do you want to go to Golden State or Memphis?
Come on, bro.
Do you want to go to San Francisco or Memphis?
That's easy though.
Right?
That's an easy call.
Yeah,
though.
that's
Would
not
you-
you can't compare
You can't
that. 'cause
compare them.
Because
But
you're
it's a
talking
free
about
agency.
Steph
It's a free
Curry.
agent destination.
But you're talking about Steph Curry and the legacy and champions, and then you're talking
Yeah.
about
It also
Memphis
was
and Ja
reported
Morant and young players.
during
And
trade deadline season that Jimmy said he didn't want to be traded to Memphis. He
Yes.
did tell
Yeah,
the Heat that.
that's a
So that's
a real
a
thing.
real thing.
That's a real
man.
thing.
It ain't like I'm making it up. There's
Stephen A. knew that though too.
His
There's
chances of
reasons
winning,
behind
though.
it.
but his chances of winning in
Yeah,
Memphis
low.
was what?
He didn't want to go to Memphis no matter what.
They want
No,
to
well, he played in
if
Chicago.
Memphis was good.
Chicago was
He
a major
played
nice
in
city.
Chicago.
You
It's
compare
way
Chicago's a
more
major
killing,
city.
bro.
Chicago was much more beautiful than
Chicago's
Memphis.
amazing.
Stop
Man,
that,
all
bro.
them fools walking around with
You can live
switches.
on
That's all them young
He
niggas
played
know
in
about.
Philly.
You talking about the
Hey,
hoods of
he
Chicago.
Thank you. And you talking about the hoods of Memphis.
No,
He
it's
played
not.
in Philly,
Memphis
too.
is just,
Memphis this big.
I'm about to say Memphis not no big city, bro.
Man.
Memphis this big.
Man,
bro.
when
Chicago's a
Grindhouse
big city, the
cracking,
third
when
biggest
Memphis is
market in
cracking,
America,
when they
Chicago.
playing in the playoffs, that shit is
All them Zebo years,
Man,
all
that
them
shit-
Mike Conley
right.
years was no complaints about
No complaints.
I remember going into
going to Beale
Memphis.
Street.
I wasn't doing nothing crazy, but the strip club was cool. You go in, you come out.
I went and got some real.
Tony
I
Allen,
ain't
though.
never had no complaints about it. You go to the P, what was that? The
Man,
T-Box,
okay,
whatever that was, whatever.
Okay,
They'll
that's
tell you
your
about it.
experience.
Whatever
Hey,
it
man,
was.
Let me tell you about one I went to. I'm in there, we in there, and I'm very observant of my surroundings. And I just see certain dudes moving a certain way, aligning themselves in certain corners and of this establishment. And I look, and you take a deeper dive, and you back up and really look. You got
That's anywhere. You
folks,
go to-
no, vice lords over here. They really about to get to it.
You in the wrong
Listen,
place.
You go to nothing right now.
Nah, you should have been at Morton's Steakhouse and Roof Chris.
Been there, done that.
Wherever
you
the
go to
white
Roscoe,
people
but
are,
there,
there's
done
not
that.
gonna be no shoot.
Been there, done that.
You go to Roscoe's on La Brea.
That's
It's
right.
different than Roscoe's in Hollywood.
I'm about to say I didn't even leave the hotel.
I go to the one on La
I
Brea.
stayed in my hotel.
Man.
So,
Went to like
Man,
Morton
I'm
or
in
something. That's
Beverly
it.
Hills, man.
That's just a nigga right there.
Beverly Hills. We're not going where the violence at. We're not going. They
We're not looking
they
for it.
over there.
They ain't looking for it,
They
but
not
it's
gonna come over here. It's too conspicuous. You look too weird over here, dude. What you doing? You want to rob somebody? Here, we actually can give you
Go
this
to
shit.
the hood
We
with
here,
$1,000
take it.
with
We don't.
chains on and shit.
Listen, man, it don't matter where it could happen, bro.
I got family and friends down there, and they be telling me like, when you come down here, be careful, Cole. Like, be careful. That's all they say. Be careful.
But think about that
They only got a
conversation.
weapon.
Like, if you one of them niggas that's trying to get active and trying to move around, yeah, that's a be careful conversation. Hey, look, be careful, bro. Nah, I ain't on shit. I'm about to go get some food.
That's the same thing I
I'm about
said.
to
I'm
go
like,
get
I ain't
some
on
food.
nothing.
I
You
might
don't
go
have
to
to
the
be
mall
on it.
and walk around.
That's
When
the
I'm
part
out, I'm out.
They missing that part.
You don't have to be on it.
Sometimes they out lurking.
Yeah.
They out
That's
like
everywhere,
everywhere.
bro. That's in the
That's
world.
everywhere.
Period.
That's in the world, period.
Outside
Acting like you
right
step
now, they
one foot
lurking.
out Memphis, you did. You step 1 foot out, go to LA.
I already know it. I don't be lurking out there either.
There you go. There you go.
Right,
Yeah,
there you go.
there you go.
That's
Oh,
such and such.
Man,
Oh,
we got, hey,
yeah.
such and such over here.
Yeah.
That's anywhere.
That's
Line 'em up.
anywhere.
So we asked the poll, does Stephen A go too far?
Oh, he did the poll.
56% say no. 44% says yes.
If you've been being in closer proximity is worse, bro. You know that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Man, you can live in
LA is a
Philly.
huge place. You can get around. When you in a fishbowl and you ain't nowhere to go, it's a little different,
It's
bro.
been more,
Yeah,
it's been more hits out here than Memphis. Shit.
I
That's
doubt it.
because it's bigger. LA is huge, bro.
I doubt it. Because LA a big ass place, bro.
LA County is huge, bro. You know that.
Like,
Man, y'all tripping, man.
people dying every day out here, but Memphis is a much smaller place.
Memphis, me a date, bro.
So,
Watch out.
do you guys
Cleveland shit.
like Ja publicly responding to the negative comments about Memphis? Ja.
I respect it.
He the leader. Got to speak now, or forever hold your peace. Young fella, Bane is gone. Now y'all alone.
I don't think so.
Cole?
I think he ain't had to say nothing because the stuff he said after the fact, we need to talk more about the finals. That's all everybody talking about is the finals. So it's like, if you want to take up for him, at least be accurate what you're talking about because everybody talking about the finals too.
As well.
Yeah.
Nick?
I'm rolling with Ja.
Of course you are. Every time. Every time.
Ja can't do no wrong, man.
He actually one of my favorite players to watch though.
No, that's your guy. I dig it. Nah, I mean, he can. Yeah, he should take it for the city that he
should take
plays
it
for.
for the city.
Because he is
They
for the
draft
people.
him. They
Right?
But
take
he could have said it different than that.
Stephen A. could have said it different too.
Hey,
Yeah, coulda, shoulda, woulda.
Talking about Jimmy Butler and everybody.
yeah, that was too
That's
much
like
information.
the work, bro. That's
That's
the
too
work.
much
the work.
information,
Yeah,
yo.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
Too
snitching
much
like the work.
information.
Hey, that snitching stuff gets sensitive. Hey, it gets sensitive with Hey, go calm down. Calm down. Hey, y'all set my man back. Hey,
Woo side, woo side, woo side.
You looking around like
Who's
damn,
the
Jimmy,
snitching? Hey.
what's up?
You right, my bad, Nick, my bad, you right, bro.
Damn,
I
Name
told you
dropping?
that shit in confidence, Steven.
little D-Lo. Little D-Lo.
My bad, Jimmy. My bad. I just had to go tell him.
Go ahead to go see the therapist.
Gotta let him know.
Hey, set you back. Hey.
Gotta let him know I got the plug. I got the plug. Jimmy told me.
Jimmy told me.
And let me say this, man. Like, I've been seeing all this shit go across social media. K Martin, I've been seeing your ass get a lot of pushback from the from the Memphis people. But y'all were right, bro. Y'all right. And the crazy thing is that so many people around the media space and around the NBA, they whispering behind closed doors about, hey, the Memphis, they wanted to trade for Jimmy, but Jimmy didn't want to go to Memphis, man. Jimmy said it was too dangerous. Like, this is things that are being said. Like, this ain't something that people are just making up. Like, this is things that are people saying. And you know what was crazy to me? What I thought was, like, KD, when he quote tweeted, he was like, man, damn, they heard that dap up all the way, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
back in Memphis.
Yeah.
No, did y'all see how excited fucking Desmond Bain was?
He said they got windows. They got
I'm
windows.
not tripping, and I'm just on the outside looking in. But man, I seen the man who was fucking glowing. His face, like that man was smiling from ear to ear.
Man, thank you for getting me out of there.
Yes, sir.
Like he got bailed
That's
out.
what I got
Somebody
for
bailed him out. It's your first day out.
Perk, let me ask you this then. Okay, so for how many years was it unsafe to like go out in Chicago?
Man.
It ain't.
What, huh?
Go out in Chicago, like being in Chicago. For how many years was the whole reputation of the NBA when you go to Chicago?
Chirac.
What was it? Was it, yeah, we cool to go where we want to go and do what we want to do? Was it ever that energy?
Man, look, y'all got to realize this, right? And Tony Allen is my dog.
Man.
Like, that's my dog. That's my brother, for
He
real.
couldn't go nowhere.
But y'all got to remember, when Tony Allen was going through that shit in Chicago, like that real shit in Chicago, we had a playoff series there. And, man, we was getting escorted when we got off the plane. Man, they had real motherfucking soldiers with AR-15s. Escorting us to the hotel. We couldn't leave our hotel to go to restaurants.
Yeah.
Like, so we in Chicago for damn near a week. We couldn't go outside except to practice. We had, like, it wasn't police escorts. This shit was like
SWAT.
Yeah, for real. And so outside of that shit was like that. You know what I'm saying? Because it was some real stuff. You know, I ain't throwing TA under the bus. He you know, the story is out there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm just telling y'all, like, it's real in the shot town, but I had my thing anyway.
But look, hey, but Perk.
No, I'm saying when I stepped out, I wasn't going to no spots that I smell black and mild smoke or weed smoke or
Talk about it, Perk.
Nah, I wasn't going to none of those spots. I wanted to go to the spots that you had to damn near put on a, you know what I'm saying, a dress, a suit coat, or some shit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's playing music that I don't even understand.
Well, look, Perk, this is my point. So, if it was always dangerous in Chicago, and it's dangerous in Memphis.
It's dangerous in Denver. More athletes than got shot in Denver, Colorado, and anywhere.
So my point is like it's dangerous everywhere, right? So the whole I don't want to go to Memphis because it's too dangerous. We never heard that for Chicago. And Chicago is more dangerous.
I keep hearing just one name.
But it's more places to
you know what I'm saying?
So
Perk, I'm saying we pushing the narrative now. That's the pushback against the Memphis community. They like, yo, we got people who are invested in this deeply. So the narrative is like, if y'all saying the narrative, ain't none of these players got shot, ain't nobody died. You know what I'm saying? And it's the grindhouse. So when you overseas, sometimes you go to a team where you in the grindhouse, you away from everything, it's cold everywhere, you can't go nowhere, it's practice and back to the house. All day long, right? So why is this no different? You at a team where it ain't that popular, it's cold. It's nasty. Man, you got to make fun of it for how long you here, bro, because it's nasty out here.
Perk, would you want to play in Memphis? And did you feel safe when you were in Memphis?
Well, here's the thing. I have no problem with Memphis. You gotta remember, before I went to declare my name in the NBA draft and went out of high school, I signed with the Memphis Grizzlies. Like, I was going there with John Calipari. So I was cool with Memphis. But I'm like, bro, I'm the type of dude that really on the cool, you could drop me anywhere and I'm going to adapt. Because you got to know how to deal with, you know what I'm saying, your environment. If you drop me off in the hood, I'm not going to go in somebody's hood being disrespectful. And majority of the time when it comes down to, you know, when you playing in these cities that got, you know, these YNs and they got these, you know, whatever you want to call it, Crips, Bloods, GDs or whatever, man, or whatever kind of gang or hood cats they got, dog, majority of the time, bro, them people just want you to go in and recognize them and be home.
Absolutely.
Like, they don't want you to come in and be on no Hollywood superstar shit. If you coming in with that, what's up, dog? Oh, man, that motherfucker cool as hell. Man, you ain't gonna have no problems.
Because I done been in there. Listen, bro, somebody sent me, somebody had something to say about my comments about Memphis, right? And it ain't like I'm making this, like, I've to Perk's point, I treat every place I go like it's out of bounds.
Mm-hmm.
I've been living here for a long time. I'm not from here. This is out of bounds still to me. I'm comfortable when I go to Dallas, when I go to Oak Cliff. Yeah, but here, anywhere else, out of bounds. But I've never been the one to treat people and go places and hide. I go out in every city I've played in, right? Meet the people, be with the people, speak, do all those things, have my jewelry on. Ain't never been robbed, ain't never been none of this shit like this, right? So, in all these NBA cities I've ever been in.
He from Chicago?
Yeah, who, Jimmy? No, he's from Humble, Texas.
Humble.
No, he's from Tomball, Texas.
Tomball, right? Tomball, Humble, it's right up next to each other, right?
What is that?
Well, let me explain what Tomball is.
What is that? I know what is that?
Tomball is actually what my crib is today.
Oh, you got you a ranch?
Yeah, so this some like
It's ranches,
like you know, like motherfucker ain't coming out there and starting no drums.
No, it's ranches and like, it's real nice out there. It's real nice out there, motherfucker, right? It's outside of Houston.
No, it is. But let me ask y'all this.
It's nice.
Let me ask y'all this real quick. I believe, and y'all tell me how y'all feel about it. It's starting to build, but it's a mixture of things. It's not just how dangerous Memphis is or the violence that's going on with the gangs or whatever and guys shooting up motherfuckers. It's not just that. But it comes down to what your culture looking like, right? And let's be honest. The culture of Memphis over the past 2.5, 3 seasons ain't been looking worth the damn, bro. Like, Ja hasn't been available, whether it's been because of injuries or whether it's been because of suspensions, because of off-the-court shit, right? You fired Taylor Jenkins with 8 to 10 games left in the fucking season because your assistant coach and your general manager in rooms behind closed doors stabbing you in the back, and all of a sudden, you're like, you know what I'm saying? And so the culture hasn't been there. And I'm going to say this, man. I like Jaren Jackson Jr. I don't love him. I think he is the most overhyped player in the NBA. I think he's the most overhyped. So you ask yourself, with all this going on, I believe, you know what I'm saying, and y'all could maybe help me out with this stat, but I think in the last 4 years, or maybe last 3 years, Ja Morant has only played one season where he's played over 60 games. So it's like, bro, what's really going on over there? You know what I'm saying? What's up with everything? Like, when y'all go get back to normal? And I'm gonna tell you where they fucked up at. And y'all tell me how y'all feel about all this.
I love this energy, boy. Tell you
Bro,
where it fucked up.
Yeah.
I love it, boy. I love it.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
You know what they traded Dylan Brooks? They took that man for granted.
Yes.
Man, Dylan Brooks gave them people a certain type of edge and a certain type of swag. And all of a sudden they took that and they kept trying to replace it. So they went out and they tried to go get a Marcus Smart. And Marcus Smart was like, I ain't really with this. I just came from the Celtics. We just went to the finals. I know what this shit's supposed to look like. You know what I'm saying? But they never been able to really replace that heart and soul of the team, which was in Dylan Brooks. Dylan Brooks took that energy down in Houston, and then all of a sudden, with the matching of Ime Udoka, it changed the whole fucking coach.
Yeah.
Facts.
That's a fact.
Facts. They took him for granted.
You just mentioned
That
the
whole
Celtics.
LeBron thing.
You just mentioned the Celtics, your former team. Let's talk about the Celtics. We got Jason.